So, hi and welcome to the last shark horror movie review. And it so happens to be that we are reviewing a movie called The Last Shark. And today I have my good friend Joakim with me.
Hello!
Yay! So, he will be helping me reviewing this fantastically bad but fun movie.
Yeah.
So, let's get right into
Shark
it.
Fest.
Yes, so this movie, The Last Shark, is from 1981. It's from Italy. And it's directed by Enzo G. Castellari. And it's written by Ramon Bravo, Vincenzo Manino, Mark Prinzi, and it's story by Ugo Tucci. Starring James Franciscus, Vic Morrow, Michaela Pignatelli, Joshua Sinclair, and Giancarlo Prete, among a lot of people. So in this one, I mean, the story is pretty simple. It's very reminiscent to Jaws, basically.
It has some uncanny similarities. I don't know how they managed to make two movies that alike.
Yeah, I mean, James Franciscus plays a character, Peter, that tries to save, hundreds of swimmers in a resort on a beach after they think a great white shark, has attacked and is terrorizing the area. But he gets some resilience from a certain type of character. So, I mean, this is so reminiscent of Jaws. It's,
Yeah.
It's...
Like the major character is entirely lifted from Jaws, and there's also Shaw.
Yeah, there's a Quint character.
Yeah, a Quint, yeah.
This is played by Robert
We mixed
Shaw.
the names up just before.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Quint character is like
the characters
entirely lifted.
Yeah, they're all there, but I feel... it is a ripoff, but it is also, an homage, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So...
But it's like, if you look at Castellari's other, like, the post-apocalyptic movies, they're like a mashup of several movies, but this is a mashup of Jaws. And Jaws.
Yeah, it is.
Basically.
Yeah. I mean, it does have its moments. Good moments and bad moments. But yeah, I wish that some of the kill scenes were better.
Yeah.
And more, I don't want to say, maybe more direct, because sometimes you just saw the shark and then you didn't even see the shark kind of pull someone down or do something, and you're like,
was very,
what happened there? They probably died, but we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they apparently died because they weren't seen again, but it wasn't as direct. It was kind of ambiguous. I kind of took notes and said, was that kill or was it not? So we rounded out to like 6 or 7 kills during the entire movie, which seems like a small number for a shark movie, especially since...
I mean, Jaws didn't have like a huge kill number either, but that's Jaws. Yeah. But in a movie like this one from Italy, we were expecting much more kills, much more gore. But we do get some nice,
there's some great scenes.
Yes, especially
some propeller against the shark itself.
Yes, and also we have a nice helicopter scene.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, which involves a very nice, feeding time for the shark. And just, that is probably the best scene in the entire movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we also have, some fantastic...
And the explosion out of the water straight up, which they filmed inside of the movie because there's a camera team. And we get played twice, so they got their money's worth out of that shot.
And also we got, a fantastic use of an obvious doll.
Yeah.
Where there's, the usual.
It's Italian.
Yeah. And also we get, whenever the cinematography is very uneven. The lighting is very uneven. It's stock footage. It's so obvious, not filmed at the same locations in a lot of the scenes, but it's Italian.
And I feel like I couldn't read up anything about it. I didn't find anything.
No.
But it felt like they pulled some from the Italian Mondo movies, where it's like staged. But those are mockumentary at best, basically. Okay. But when they like fed the shark, that felt like staged for the movie, and it was a real shark, of course.
Yeah, that ate that thing. And, of course. But then we also had the not so real shark
Yeah.
It kind of looked like
Which
someone...
it had two poses.
It is. It felt
Jaws
like someone
up
was just
all the time,
lifting it up
and one scene,
and then lifting it down without
Yeah.
it moving at all. But you know, it's part of the charm.
But like, it's crazy that this movie is much more VFX driven than Jaws.
Oh yeah.
Which wasn't VFX driven because the VFX didn't work basically. But it's interesting that this movie has such a low kill count for being a spectacle movie.
But maybe
really.
some things didn't work either.
Yeah.
In this movie, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been nice with a little bloodier deaths, but we get some bodies torn in half and stuff.
Yeah, there's a scene towards the end with like a raft sort of thing.
Yeah. A piece of the the festival,
the shark
regatta
kind of
or regatta.
drags it out in an amazing way, and
yeah,
it's good. And then also a very clever use of a buoy. Is it what you call a
buoy?
A buoy, yeah, a pink one.
Very the red one use. Is very It's both effective visually and economically because it's just a red buoy.
Yeah, but you know what it means.
I felt the editing and music was real suspenseful in those scenes, especially because Jaws is a proof of less is more, and that was really less is more. Yeah,
and that was so effectful. Like I felt that there was a shark there.
It was like a presence of a threat, not
done in a very clever way.
Not the big model of a threat.
Yeah, but then of course it doesn't have that tension or suspense that Jaws kind of builds up.
No.
But it is not the same film, but kind of the same film. You know? But two different feelings. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just not as...
It's an Italian ripoff.
Yeah.
Yeah. They like the ripoffs. It's cheaper than doing other stuff.
And here is my edition of it. It's a Swedish edition, so it says jättehaj, and it means the giant shark. And of course,
the horror of the windsurfers.
Yes, windsurfarnas skräck.
And speaking of windsurfers, it begins with a fantastic montage of a windsurfer doing very impressive tricks and gyrating with his hips, and so
with a very catchy song.
If you're into windsurfers, you're in
you
for a treat.
will love this movie.
Yeah,
for sure. So if you love windsurfing, sharks, and blood, and some not so good cinematography and just very chaotic stuff, then you will love this movie.
Yeah. And it's like perfect length too.
Yeah, it is. I think it's 1 hour 24 minutes. So it goes by pretty quickly.
It's a snack of a movie.
And some extras. We have like a trivia about the movie.
Yeah.
We have some trivia about the great white shark. We have some picture galleries. We have some trailers. And then biographies with James Franciscus, Vic Morrow, and the director Enzo G. Castellari.
Yeah. And in those, there were like shark facts pulled from the poster for the movie when it premiered in US, I think. Like, these sharks are that big and such, and there's like 380 kinds.
350 actually, yes.
350?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
But maybe there's more now.
Yeah,
could be.
They mutate.
Yeah, so they could be 380.
We've seen the Sharknado movies, and we know sharks isn't what it's been before. And there's also some trivia, like how Andrea Castellari, the son of Enzo G. Castellari, is a cameo in the beginning of the movie and wearing a red shirt, and he's specifically asking for a can of Pepsi or a bottle. I don't know. He wants Pepsi.
Yeah, he wants the Pepsi.
It's very refreshing.
Yeah.
Not sponsored by Pepsi.
Not at all, probably.
Yeah. And it's kind of interesting because there's a few staple actors from Enzo G. Castellari movies. Joshua Sinclair, which is the mayor in this movie. He's been in Keoma, Bronx Warriors, and Inglourious Bastards. Not the bastards.
Not
the bastards.
Yeah.
The first one.
Yeah.
The original. And he also was an uncredited writer on Keoma too, which for some dialogue. So.
Okay.
But he's uncredited, so I don't know. It's not We mentioned it, but it might
Yeah.
not be worth. But some other people from movies are. We have Giancarlo Prete, which is in Street Law, and two fantastic post-apocalyptic movies called New Barbarians and Escape from the Bronx. And the New Barbarians is fantastic. It's
Yes.
in 2019, so
Okay.
I think we cleared up pretty well.
Nice.
Also called Warriors of the Wasteland.
Ah.
And Vic Morrow, of course, has been in Bronx Warriors too.
Yeah.
He's the big name in this movie, really.
Yeah, of course. And I am giving this movie a 6 out of 10. It's a fun film. It has its flaws, not as good as Jaws, obviously, but it's entertaining.
It might be more rewatchable than Jaws.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if you're in with a group of friends, you're drinking, having a few, laughs, then you would probably choose this movie to watch if you want to, laugh and have a good time.
And I would probably give it. I have a soft spot for Italian movies and rip-off movies, and Enzo G. Castellari was an early love from Italy with his post-apocalyptic stuff. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay, that's nice.
It's a nice movie.
Yeah. Well, we can say that this is a really good way to end this shark month.
Yeah.
And it has been really fun reviewing all these shark movies, and I think that I will be keeping this theme for a month every year. I just have to collect some more shark movies. Yes. But thank you so much for joining me, and
Thanks for having me.
Joakim will, of course, be back. So thank you all for watching, and please let us know your own thoughts about this movie in the comments below if you've seen it. So, bye!
Cheers!